Well, hey guys, welcome to my April freezer cooking. We've got a mountain of bananas, mountain of potatoes, getting the noodles rinsed because I'm finally getting that baked spaghetti. No, I'm not. I'm getting to bake mac and cheese because I always say I'm going to do it, I'm never going to get to it. So I'm kind of accidentally already in the middle of doing a lot of cooking, and I haven't filmed yet today. And we're a couple hours in because I've been doing it gently, and it kind of snuck up on me that, like, oh, I'm in the middle of this now. So I'm going to pull some things together here and then give you a rundown of what we have gotten done on this super mega freezer cooking days that I'm doing in April for the next up to 6 weeks for our family. Something that's been in the works is I've been doing baked potatoes in the oven because my big turkey roaster and my electric pressure cookers, I've been doing meats and other things in them, but you can do baked potatoes in those tools as well. So I've just done baked potatoes in the oven, and I'm just pulling these over here. Look how pretty that one is. Woo! We are going to do, one of the things we're doing today is twice baked potatoes for the freezer as one of our upcoming freezer meals. I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing those. And I just finished about 12 pounds of lean ground beef in the 14-quart electric pressure cooker, so I'm rinsing this out now, and then I'm going to get about 10 pounds of this boneless, skinless chicken breast going, and I have about another 5 pounds going here in the Instant Pot. So it's nice that all these tools can just kind of help me gently get going with my freezer cooking without officially saying I've started yet. But again, I'll give you the rundown, but it's been a few hours of things trucking along here. And then I also just got more water on for the next 5 pounds of elbow macaroni, and that's just me draining my grease from where I did the ground beef. Now we'll get the chicken in. So what I've been doing is we had 40 pounds of potatoes in here to start. Anyway, so the potatoes, they've been washed and scrubbed earlier by Zion. Sorry, I don't remember if I said that already or not, but you can tell we're getting to the bottom of our big 30-quart bowl. And so my little system has been, I pour a little bit of olive oil in here, and I roll the potatoes in it. I then slice them, and then I place them on one of these baking pans. So that's just my small one now. I'm going to fill up this one and get the next truckload of potatoes going. So I got the 3 pans there of potatoes in the oven. What I do is, besides rolling them in the oil and slicing them, the oven is heated to 350, and I'm going to now set my timer for an hour and about 15 minutes because this is a big old pile of potatoes. And things are really quiet in the background now. Let's see, what time of evening is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. So Travis and most of the kids are back chilling out and watching a movie. We've done a whole lot of household chores earlier today. We started the day by Travis going and picking up a Walmart grocery pickup haul for me. I did a big haul to Costco and Sharp Shopper the other day, but then everything that was left, I just sent Mr. Travis to pick that up for me. And so the kids and I just went through and got a lot of things done in the house because we didn't have our standard, like, 4-hour bust through the house top to bottom big clean earlier this week, so we just did it this morning. I have sat down and taken a break, and now I'm trying to get back in my groove. So one of the things I did on my break was I went through and I just wrote out what I've done and what I'm trying to do on my whiteboard so I can hopefully share it and articulate it with you. Look at the whiteboard here to see what's happening. I wrote down the things I did earlier today. So in the middle of our cleaning time and hustle and bustle this morning, I also, probably starting around noon, worked on getting these things going. So I've cooked 18 pounds ground beef in the roaster, and I did 12 pounds of ground beef in the electric pressure cooker. I did 10 pounds, it was 5 pounds of frozen chicken breast twice in the Instant Pot, and I did 10 pounds of chicken breast in the electric pressure cooker. This was my larger pressure cooker, so I did all 10 pounds together. Zion washed and prepped 40 pounds of potatoes for me, and we have baked that 40 pounds of potatoes. Actually, I got one pan getting ready to come out, and then I have boiled and rinsed with cold water 10 pounds of elbow macaroni. So the other meals that we're going to be doing between today and tomorrow is I'm going to do twice baked potatoes for the freezer. We are going to do pepperoni pizza English muffins. I'm going to probably get Naomi set up to do those this time. And I'm thinking I'm going to also get, this is where I have 2 things with question marks. I don't have homemade pizza on my little meal plan list for the next 6 weeks. But you know what? If we have some homemade pizza dough in the freezer, I'm sure there will be a time when we're like, hey, let's have a pizza night. So I may get that going. What I'm stuttering around about with that is I need to check how much flour I have, because yeah, Mr. Travis might be going back out again. We'll see. I'm going to also do egg, sausage, and cheese breakfast cups. Those are just where you mix the egg, the sausage, and the cheese and put them into little muffin tins and bake them up, and then those can be frozen. I'm going to do burrito pie for the freezer. We're going to do not only baked mac and cheese, we're going to do baked beef mac and cheese. So we call that beefaroni. We're going to do chicken parmesan for the freezer. We're going to do tater tot casserole with ground beef. And I'm going to do baked chicken spaghetti. Also coming up baking wise, I want to do some banana bread muffins and pumpkin bread. I put a question mark with the freezer sandwiches. At Sharp Shopper this week, I got a whole bunch of deli turkey meat marked down, and I got a lot of that pepper jack cheese that everyone in our family loves. I'm just not sure right now if we're going to go ahead and pre-make those into sandwiches. What I'm stuttering around about that also is I need to see if that deli meat has already been frozen. I'm just going to leave it frozen, and then when we need it, I'll set it out to defrost. We'll just make sandwiches that day. You know, I do love to have some sandwiches already prepped, but I'm going to see how that goes, because today's just been like a real gentle first half of the day, prepping big items to get them going, and then I'm hoping for the rest of the evening until bedtime to work on assembly. So my overall plan is I've stopped saying that I shop for a month and I plan for a month and I cook for a month, because I feel like more and more it's 6 weeks. Now that's hopefully to encourage you way back in the olden days when dinosaurs roamed the earth and I went from shopping weekly to shopping every 2 weeks. I remember I had my little Jaden boy and my little Zion boy, and I doubled my grocery list from 1 week to 2 weeks, and I made the jump to try to get everything we needed for 2 weeks. And then a few years after that, I made the big jump of doubling my bi-weekly list and going for a whole month at a time. And now I see our patterns growing and changing. And like for Costco, you know, it seems like every 6 weeks or so, I will go into Costco and do a big haul. Of course, now that we have this amazing convenience of Walmart grocery pickup, I can just put an order in at any point and send Travis to go get it for me, or I can pick it up when we're out, but usually I send him to go out and collect those things for me. It's actually becoming easier for me to prep and plan more food for longer periods of time. I just published my February freezer cooking days in April, so now I'm filming my April freezer cooking days. I'm doing this in April, but I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get these out in April, and so this is going to be 6 weeks for all the way into into May. Let me learn my months of the year here. And we got lots of fun and exciting things happening. But let me show you also on the whiteboard here. And then I'll try to get away from this whiteboard and we'll jump into stuff. So that's 42 dinners for 6 weeks. Out of the freezer meals I'm making, we will have about 24 freezer meal dinners that we will spread out over this 6-week period. I've got 9 Instant Pot dinners I'm going to do. And then we also have, I put 9 plus what I call dad dinners. And that's, Travis is really good at doing steak and chicken breast and pork and things like that. Like last night he did wonderful steak for us, and we did a huge salad. And that was dinner. I don't think we didn't even do, it was just steak and salad. So, you know, it may be chicken and rice and salad or some configuration. But anyway, and he also is having, Travis has used the air fryer more than I have. It's just convenient for him. He likes using it. And so he's ordering like the little pan inserts that go in it. So maybe Mr. Travis will do some air fryer videos for us. But we just share more and more of this meal stuff, right? So that's our dinner meal plan. Of course, all of these will be served with lots of veggies and salad. And then the pepperoni, English muffin, pizzas. We should get about 8 or so lunches. And again, that's spread out over 6 weeks. I'm not sure yet what our count is going to be for the those egg protein cups and the banana bread muffins, the pumpkin breads. And so that will give us 9 new freezer recipes. And I'll also be sharing 9 new Instant Pot recipes with you. So ready, set, go. I'm going to find my motivation and get putting this food together. I think the next thing I'm going to do is get those twice baked potatoes going, and then I'll probably get Naomi out here and get her set up on that little English muffin pizza making station. Okay, I feel like I'm doing a bad job updating you guys. I'm like trucking along, getting things done and not vlogging. So I'm just soaking these pans for a minute. I did the 40 pounds of baked potatoes in the oven between those 3 old pans. So now I need to get the last 10 pounds of chicken out of the big electric pressure cooker. Here is the last of the potato mountain. But what I realized I need to do is I need to make some homemade pasta sauce to go with the baked chicken parmesan that I'm doing, which is also low carb and all of those good healthy things. Of course, you can eat it though, like the kids can eat it on noodles, or I might eat it on like spaghetti squash or something, or depending on the day I might eat it on a real noodle, I don't know. But I'm gonna get some pasta sauce going in the Instant Pot while I'm doing other things. You guys will be so proud of me if any of you have been around long enough to know my fun little can opener saga. I got a new can opener. Isn't that amazing? Now the can opener, the cruddy can opener that you'll see in most of my vlogs these last 4 years is the can opener that Travis and I got that at Walmart 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago now when we got married. So we finally moved up in the world. Look at this. I got 2 things to show you. Mama got a new can opener and a new double toaster. So there you go. Little things. It's the little things. I was at the store and I was like, oh, I could just pick up a new can opener. So I just got the pasta sauce going in the IP for 15 minutes. Also added in some oregano, some parsley, and some garlic powder. So 15 minutes on manual, and that will be some lovely homemade sauce. I'm going to get these English muffin pizzas going. We're gonna have them for dinner tonight, and I'm gonna flash freeze a bunch. Pretty sure I got enough to make at least 100 of these, and these will be a great, just a great little, I mean, how convenient would it be to have English muffin little mini pizzas in the freezer? I'm sure those will come in handy. Like I said, I figure we'll probably get about 8 lunches out of them or so. And super simple. So things are buzzing now, but here is how those fun English muffin pizzas turned out. And again, you know, during the week, if we wanted to have these for lunch with some fruit or yogurt, you know, our standard little side items, we could just cook these from frozen in the oven and they'll be ready to go. We're going to have them along with our dinner tonight though for fun. So what I have going on here is I have 1 layer of the pepperoni English muffin pizzas. I did a layer of parchment paper. I did another layer, and then Miss Amelia came down. She's going to help me do the 3rd layer, and that way we will just freeze this whole big pan. We will flash freeze. And then I probably honestly won't get back to it till tomorrow. You could do a quote flash freeze for 1 hour, for 2 hours. Mine's going to be until tomorrow morning because I have many other things I have to finish pulling together tonight. But then tomorrow, when they're frozen, we will then wrap them and get them in bags. This is 4 pans so far, and I have enough to make 1 more of a double layer chicken parmesan. Yum! And so anyway, we've had so much going on in the house here. The kids just had a bunch of English muffin pizzas, and I'm going to just record and show you how I'm doing these double layer chicken parmesans. Now this is low carb, trim healthy mama friendly. I'm not 100% if it's keto, because I know keto isn't exactly low carb exclusively. You all can tell me that. But anyway, it's a meal that I had mentioned earlier would be great over any kind of your favorite noodle, or over the zucchini zoodles, or over baked spaghetti squash. So here's all I've been doing to make it happen. I measured it out. I have been doing, let's see here if I can do this and hold my camera. It ends up being about 4 cups of shredded chicken on the bottom. And then since I have things spread out because the kids had to invade the kitchen to have some dinner, I was behaved and measuring in my cup here to make it exactly 4 cups. Now we're doing Jamerrill eyeballing school. And these are 9 by 11 pans. They're about 2.5 inches deep though. And that's how I'm able to make this into a double layer chicken parmesan. And so I've got my makeshift messes everywhere. Have my homemade Instant Pot sauce. So then I put on 3 cups of my sauce It is 2 layers of mozzarella. Now, if I wasn't just invaded by children and all of that for dinner, then I could have had the fixings for this meal, you know, all set up on one side of the kitchen like a nice little assembly line. And that just didn't happen because they were all sitting over here eating pizza in the middle of my cooking. So back over here. And now I'm going to use the last of this, which again on the recipe that'll be over on largefamilytable.com, it'll say 4 cups of shredded chicken. Now I've done mostly shredded. You can dice your chicken, cube it, do whatever you would like with it. You know, we're all about making things work, making them work for you. I'm going to use up the last of this. With the 20 pounds of chicken I did, this whole enormous pan was full, and I have used all of that. We're going to do our last layer. And I did add mushrooms in my homemade sauce. You can do some sauce from the jar. You could even do another kind of meat sauce. Anyway, you want to make it work. Top layer of mozzarella, and then we're going to work on wrapping these up, and then I've got to get back to pizza making. Amelia was helping me. I had some in the oven, and then everyone loved them so much, I made seconds. Okay, I added on making sauce in the Instapot, did that, and we did those double layer chicken parmesans, and of course, we did all this glorious stuff early on today, so look at me go. Crossing, crossing, crossing. Okay, Naomi didn't end up coming and helping with that. She's been doing other things, and that's cool, so Amelia helped me some. So next big goals in life, I'm going to work on getting those into the freezer, the other pans of them. Then I need to do those twice-baked potatoes. And then I don't know what else I'm getting done today, but I know all the meat is prepped and noodles done and stuff ready to go because Mama's fading fast. So I'm working now on wrapping up these chicken parms, and I just had Zion come and get what was left of the English muffin pizzas for me. He's finishing those up. Don't feel sorry for him though. He's had a lot of glorious computer time, so now he's using some of that computer time mama credit and helping me finish up those little pizzas for the freezer. I'm going to get these wrapped.